everyone, my name is Will. Welcome to Will Have It. If you've been following this channel, you may have noticed I changed my name into Will Have It, so this will be my new channel name. But I'm not the only one who changed their name. As you probably know, Facebook also changed their name to Meta because Mark Zuckerberg wants to focus the company on building a virtual world or metaverse. But I'm not going to go into too much what Meta is doing right now because I'm sure you guys heard a lot about it already. However, what I find interesting is there seems to be a race towards the metaverse. Plus, companies like Disney and Nike seem to be wanting to join the metaverse. And finally, after the fall is coming out next month, I personally been waiting for it and more games are set to launch. So let's get into the news. Now, Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney of Fortnite sees the metaverse as a multi-trillion opportunity. Now, ever since the announcement from Meta they'll be focusing on the metaverse, it has gotten a lot of attention lately, and he sees a huge opportunity in this space. He mentioned on Bloomberg that metaverse is a term like the internet. No company can own it, because the metaverse has a potential of becoming the next evolution of the internet, with gaming and hanging out with friends, buying digital goods like NFTs, and even work will be a big part of the metaverse. As of right now, I think Meta will be the biggest player in the metaverse. They even plan to hire 10,000 workers in Europe to help develop the metaverse, so they are pretty heavily invested and committed into the space. But some companies are afraid that this world will be heavily influenced by centralized companies like Meta. Sweeney from Epic told Bloomberg that there's a race to draw the largest audience of players or people into this world. He said the next 3 years are going to be critical for all metaverse aspiring like Epic, Roblox, Microsoft, and Facebook. It's kind of a race to get 1 billion users. Whoever brings on 1 billion users first would be the presumed leader in setting the standards. Now, as of right now, Epic's Fortnite is the closest thing to the metaverse, with millions of players that compete and socialize in there. It's a 3D world where players can customize avatars, which by the way will be huge in the metaverse, and they can purchase in-game items by using virtual currencies purchased with real money. But they can't move any of the digital assets off the platform to resell or make a profit. So ideally, once the metaverse gets fully developed, you can create your own avatars and explore virtual worlds with one consistent identity. And any digital assets you buy in the metaverse, you can sell and trade on any open marketplace. So your avatar and your digital assets are no longer tied with one particular virtual world. Sweeney also mentioned that he believes in this future of the world in which billions of people are wearing AR hardware. AR glasses are their everyday life, and I'm pretty sure that's in line with what Mark Zuckerberg sees in the future. And Epic's Fortnite wants to be part of that future, but they want to fight against a walled garden ecosystem like the Apple Store and Android's Play Store. But at the same time, Fortnite is also a closed ecosystem, so we'll see once they move into the metaverse world if they will embrace the more decentralized path where not one single entity is controlling that space. I'm not sure if they will embrace that decentralized path. I kind of doubt it. Now, other companies are also wanting to be part of the metaverse. Nike has its own virtual world in Roblox online gaming platform that's targeted to younger audiences. This virtual world is called Nike Land that's part of Roblox. Now this world contains the Nike buildings or the fields and arenas for players to actually compete with one another in the mini games, like tag to dodgeball to floor is lava, and it's all free to play, at least for now. The company is also planning to expand this virtual world to include athletes and of course Nike products all over the place like their apparels, shoes, and accessories. Plus, players can enter a digital showroom to customize their avatar in Nike gear. And Nike could introduce more interactivity where kids can create their own custom designs or co-create some of the items. I see NFTs getting introduced into this world where you can actually own the items. I think this is actually a smart way to connect with the younger generation. Plus, it gets them to be more familiar with the Nike brand that will probably translate to buying more physical Nike products in the real world. And by the way, Nike has already filed several trademarks that included the swoosh logo and the slogan "Just Do It" that reveals plans of selling virtual footwear and apparel in the metaverse. Now, they haven't exactly specified what its plans to do with the trademark virtual goods, but it certainly looks like with Nike Land and Roblox, they will be releasing more virtual goods in the metaverse. I'm sure they'll have another version of Nike Land for their older targeted audience. Interestingly, they have a job listing to hire a virtual footwear and a virtual material designer. According to the job description, the company is looking for a person to create and visualize innovative virtual material concepts using 3D tools. The role will fall under the company's digital product creation group, a team focused on what Nike calls digital and virtual revolution. You will play a key role in redefining our digital landscape, ushering us into the metaverse. and growing our team's capabilities. So that's pretty exciting. There are already new jobs and opportunities being created for others to work in the metaverse space. And guess who else is also interested in the metaverse? Disney. They don't want to be left out. Just like Nike, they want to have their own Disney metaverse. They want to blend the physical and digital world where people can interact virtually. Now, those who are familiar with Disney, it shouldn't come too much of a surprise because they're early adopters in tech. They always want to give the best experience to their audiences. Now, many of you know Disney have so much content under their belt, they're not going to have any trouble building out the virtual world because they have the property rights to Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Muppets, Disney Animation Studios, and more without running into any licensing issues. And don't forget, Disney already have developed some VR experiences with Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge and Beta Immortal series that they could play on the Quest. Plus, at Downtown Disney at Disneyland Resort, they have Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge VR experience that people can actually check out. It gives the people a chance to preview the experience for free without investing into buying a VR headset. But this also serves as advertising for the Quest because that can easily translate into having people buying their own VR headset for their home. So as of right now, Disney have not given any details how they will be involved in the metaverse. Even CEO Bob Chapek mentioned it's a little bit hard to understand because it's not yet been created. But I think when you're the Walt Disney Company, you have this unique ability to take physical manifestations of people's lives and blend it with the digital experience that they have. So it's really in the early stages, but you can probably guess Mickey and Minnie and other Disney characters will make an appearance in the metaverse. Alright, moving on from the metaverse, let's talk about some upcoming VR games. ForeVR Games, who developed ForeVR Bowling on the Quest, announced they will be releasing ForeVR Darts. The experience will be taking advantage of the Quest hand tracking as an option, so there's no need to pick up any controllers for this game if you choose not to. Now, it has an arcade mode where you can go head to head with an NPC opponent that can go easy on you to being more difficult, or you can play against other human players by joining a public or private multiplayer rooms. Plus, there's a pass and play mode where you can play with your friends or family using a single headset. Now, not all darts are the same. It's going to have 50 different types of darts, each have its own characteristics like its weight and design, flight pattern, and custom effects. Plus, there's 3 different dart halls like the Las Vegas or the British pub setting. This is where you compete with other players in different game modes from Double Out Pro mode to Casual mode. And each hall also contains 1,000 plus songs that you can select from that's powered by the YouTube jukebox. Now, similar to ForeVR Bowling, they'll be utilizing the Facebook avatars that allows you to interact with other players by using gestures like fist pumps and high fives, and having a social element is one of their hallmarks in ForeVR games. CEO Marcus Segal of ForeVR mentioned in an interview with GameBeat, we choose the games that people can play while chatting. We can catch up with each other over darts or play games for a date night. So ForeVR Darts will be released on the Quest and the Quest 2 headset starting on December 16th for about $10 US, so it's not too expensive. Alright, the next game is by Resolution Games. This is the same company that developed titles like Blaston and Demio. They announced a game called Ultimechs that's supposed to release on major VR platforms in year 2022. Now, not much specific details known about this game, but the trailer does show the players will pilot the mechs in a sports arena. The studio did put out a tweet recently showing up to 4 players can play. It could possibly be a 4v4, but nothing has been confirmed. Now, Tommy Palm, CEO of Resolution Games, stated with Ultimechs, we have created an entirely new gameplay mechanics that could only exist in the immersive world of VR. Sure, anyone could kick a ball into the net, but in the world of Ultimechs, can you and your mech punch it in by firing a rocket fist and controlling the trajectory as you follow along its path. So based on the description, you can score the goals by punching the ball with a rocket propelled fist. Or according to Resolution Games, more details about the game will drop in the coming months. Hopefully it will reveal more gameplay modes and different mech types. Lastly, Vertical Games After the Fall is finally coming out. It's launching on December 9th. They've released more details about the gameplay and opened up the pre-orders. Now, just in case you're not familiar with the game, here's a quick summary, but if you're interested in learning more about the game, I have talked about it in my other videos. I'll leave a link in the description. So it's basically a VR world filled with these mutated zombies where you can team up with your friends or you can go solo to take them down. It's set in the ice-covered ruins of Los Angeles, California. Now, for the Oculus Quest 2, 2, PlayStation VR and Steam VR players can pre-order after the fall launch edition with 10% off, dropping the price to $35.99 US. Now, depending on the platform you use, Oculus players will also receive exclusive weapons, while PlayStation VR and Steam VR will receive a 40-hour early access as a bonus. Plus, the pre-orders will include the Season 1 content like the Harvest Run, which is an additional map, along with the extra PvP arena, game mode, and an additional weapon. Now, they also have a deluxe edition, but it's only available for PlayStation VR and Steam VR, which includes Season 1 content and the exclusive weapon skins, official After the Fall soundtrack, and the digital artwork. For PlayStation VR, it will also include the additional PS4 avatars and theme. So again, After the Fall is slated to be released on December 9th, 2021. You can go solo or team up in a 4-player co-op campaign. There's also a co-op harvest mode and an 8-player 4v4 competitive player mode. So I'm pretty excited about the After the Fall, can't wait to try it out. Alright guys, that's all I got for now. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Talk to y'all later.